Hi everyone, I'm Ahana from ahanalara.com,
Hello, everyone. I'm Holly Hall from AskHollyHall.com.
and you are on the forecast. And this is the only place where we will bridge what's happening energetically and astrologically in your coming week, in your business, and then how we can harness that energy to create some momentum in your business. And we're going to have a new moon on the June 3rd, and I'm feeling a fresh start and incredible insights coming up for June. So I'm going to let Holly first share about what's happening with this new moon energy in the beginning of the month, which is really powerful, and how is it going to impact us. And then I will bring that in and I'll share the theme and focus for us in business as well, and how we can round that up and create that forward momentum in our business. So Holly, take it away.
Thanks, Ahana. So as she had mentioned, we are looking at June 3rd as the new moon. And if you followed our forecasts in the past, and of course you can go and find them as well on Facebook, is that similar to the full moon, the new moon, the energy is 3 days before and 3 days after. So we're looking at now up until Wednesday, which will be approximately 3 days later. We're going to feel this new moon energy. And what does that mean? The new moon is about new beginnings, giving birth to new ideas, putting out intention of what you would like to be able to work on a larger scale. And what do you need to do in the next couple of weeks to get that started? So for instance, I did a reading today. It was an emergency reading because he has the last minute decision to make around a business idea. And he has to make that decision soon. And it just suddenly came to him, this opportunity. So the new moon, it was perfect timing to talk to me, because the new moon energy is exactly when he wants to put out that intention. And he happens to have some really great aspects going on in his chart that makes it quite magical. I call it the magic wand. Where you can literally write your own story with the magic wand. And so the new moon is where you want to set that intention. What do you want in the next 2 weeks? How can you get that started? What do you need to make those decisions, to make those choices? And it comes from a very creative part of you. So you really got to go with your heart center and your gut. Okay. As Ahana and I have talked about before, it's already scientifically proven that we've got three brains. So we've got the mind, we've got the heart, and we've got the gut. And there's neural pathways and the same cellular connections that the brain has, except it comes from a different place. It comes from more of a soul level. And so when you want to make choices and decisions, and it's not going to be easy, is your emotions are going to get carried away. You're going to get a lot of emotions attached to those thoughts. What should I do? What's the next step? You know, emotionally, I'm worried, or I'm concerned, or I'm not sure if I'm going to be happy doing this. So you want to put your hand on your heart center and on your stomach area, one on each one, or at least concentrate on it and ask those questions. What are the next steps? See, the heart and the gut will not make a long story out of it. The mind will monkey mind, and it'll start going, what about this? What about that? All over the place. Where the heart, without the addition of the mind, will actually give you an instant answer. And you'll either get teary-eyed, you'll get afraid. So I'll give you an example. I gave this client of mine, Ahana, on an exercise, and he put the hand on the heart and the stomach. And I said, he was trying to make a choice between his current job, he's had for many years, and a new job. And so I said, I'm going to tell you a story, and I want you to imagine this actually happened, with those two happening. And I said, on Monday, you get a phone call, and your new job proposal says, thank you for considering our offer, but we are no longer going to want you in our position, in this new position. I said, how do you feel? He got teary-eyed. He goes, what is going on? I'm starting to cry. Actually, tears are falling out of my eyes. Mm-hmm. And I said, that's your soul. Your soul is saying, no, go for this job. You know, this is exactly what your heart and your soul needs to do. So that's something that you want to question. A lot of responsibility. We got outer planets in Capricorn. And so we're going to be inundated with responsibility. Well, what about my mortgage? And what about my sustainability? And what about security, right? Even though I don't really like my current situation. And that's going to be something that's going to push back with us as superiors, bosses, parents. We're going to feel like we've got to adhere to their authority, and there might be fear around that. And we forget about what our own personal needs are. So you want to clearly communicate with yourself what your personal needs are. In this situation, the new position was going to keep all his new needs, his needs that he wants moving forward, and not just on a material level, because
Yeah.
there is Venus in Taurus. So we are looking at material wise, because the new job did pay more, but it was more of a comfort zone. He was in a comfort zone, and it was hard for him to step out of that comfort zone. So with all of that, sounds like a lot. With all of that said, you want to write down your intentions. You take a piece of paper, you write down 10 intentions that you want to see happen in the next 2 weeks for your next, in the full moon, in 2 weeks from now, you're going to manifest those intentions by then. It doesn't have to be career, as the example that I used. It can be in your personal relationship. It can be a connection that you're having with your children, your mothering instinct, because this is all a lot of mother energy again. And it's the need to communicate your feelings logistically, right? Which means you got to be very clear. You'll be very careful with the words that you choose. You want to think before you react, because it's a very reactive energy, especially if you're a water sign or you're an earth sign. You're going to be much more calmer around it. But if you're a fire sign and an air sign, you're going to find yourself very reactive and maybe speaking before you think. Let's phrase it differently. Speaking before you feel, right? So yeah, that's the energy for the next week. Right halfway through the week, around Wednesday, you're suddenly going to feel this calm. The monkey mind is going to calm down. It's going to be subdued. You may feel a little bit self-nurturing. You might feel a little wounded. You might feel like you just want to curl up with a blanket and Haagen-Dazs and watch a sad movie. And that's perfectly okay, because the energy around the mind has been very active and scattered for the last month. And it's finally halfway through this week is going to come down to a calm, a peace. Yeah.
Beautiful. So it's very interesting because Holly and I, when we do our readings and we are sort of channeling in, we're doing it at different times and different places. Holly's in Canada, I'm in Australia, so we're doing it at different places. And then when we talk together, when we come on this forecast, it all bridges in. It all just comes together. So it's just perfect what you said, Holly. Because today I wanted to talk about the energy of the fresh start in business as a theme. That's really most of where I find that what's happening with entrepreneurs. And within that is the strategy is how to get visibility for your business. And in many ways, visibility does not always have to be marketing. Marketing also has to be about vulnerability, really sharing what you're all about. Well, last week we talked about communication, communicating a message. If you heard last week's forecast, we talked about the right frequency with which you have to dial out to the right audience so that the right audience can hear you. And then the week before that, which was the May full moon, we talked about tuning in so that you can draw the right opportunities in your life. So what's happening is this energy of last few weeks has been all about clarity, and may have slowed us down a bit, but it is also really necessary to get clear so that we can have this fresh start or jump start in our business. So clarity helps us redefine what we want to share within our brand, within our business, and it's such a great space to position yourself in the market as you start marketing your business to the right group of people with this beautiful energy, and that's really the quickest ways to see results. Now, if you don't have clarity yet, I suggest you hop on a joint clarity call with Holly and I. We've created this specially for the forecast because, at the end of the day, you need to know where you are energetically as well as how to move forward with it. So the link of that will be with this video. So get clear energetically and strategically how to move forward. Because in June, this fresh start energy can mean that you can now capitalize on it in a very powerful way and bring your brand forward to get that visibility. So I think I have a feeling I'm going to talk about visibility a lot in June, how to become visible to the right people in the right way, and clarity will help with that right now. And the three things that you have to keep in mind as you go through this process is don't get distracted by what's happening around you on the outside or in the world, because there's going to be a lot happening anyways. So stay aligned to that, to your work, to your guidance, and what you have to do right now, instead of getting caught up with all these distractions. And always be clear about what you want out of your business. It's really important. What do you want out of your business, and what do you, how are you positioning yourself in the market? You should always stay very clear about that, because your job through all this visibility exercises that we'll do over June, is to strengthen your positioning inside and out, strengthen that positioning. And the third thing is show up for the people, show up for yourself, be seen, don't hide. And that is very important. You have to consistently show up to be seen to your audience. So create a schedule for yourself to show up consistently for your target market. And for solopreneurs and self-employed, service-based business, the best place to start showing up consistently is in your social media channel. So I know it can be challenging to stay accountable. So what I've done is, along with Holly's 10 intentions, I'm also going to share this visibility, sort of like an accountability sheet, a really simple sheet that I do it all the time. I just track every day that I'm showing up daily on different channels, bringing my message out. So if you are on the mailing list, and again, I'll put the mailing list link with this video, we will send this little PDF out to you. If you're not, just join it. It's, we only send the forecast sort of announcements, as well as the PDFs in that email to you. So I'm really excited to work with this energy of fresh start. Just give me a moment. My notifications are popping up. So I'm really excited with this new energy, because becoming visible to your target community around the world through these exercises that we will share is going to start transforming both your business and transforming yourself. So I can't wait to do this through June. And Holly, do you want to add anything to that?
Oh, I think you pretty much wrapped it all up. I just want people to really be in touch with their feelings around everything. Ask yourself, does this feel right? Is this something that will nurture me? Is there any more communication I need to have with somebody in order for this to feel better?
Yeah, absolutely. So keep that in mind. This energy, it's beautiful. It's already started. You can start feeling, you've probably already started feeling this. So stay tuned for our next forecast. So we'll keep doing this and keep giving you tools and strategies throughout the month of June. So we'll wrap this up for today. It's been such a blast doing this with Holly over the last few weeks, bringing you this energetic and action steps for the upcoming week. That's it for the forecast for this week. Wish you all the best, and we'll join you again next week.
Bye-bye. Namaste.